come to order. We are now holding a meeting of the Eldon FFA chapter. Madam Vice President, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they're at their stations, report back to you, Madam President. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Your duty's there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open to our friends at all times and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people, in order that every man, woman, and child may know that the FFA is a national organization that reaches from the state of Alaska, Puerto Rico, and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The Treasurer. Stationed at the emblem of Washington. Your duty's there. I keep a record of receipts and disbursements, just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members and strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent. The Secretary.
Stationed by the ear of corn.
Your duty's there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The Advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why stationed by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as a need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and rather than wisdom. Madam Vice President, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of the soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in the absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
Why is the President so stationed?
The rising sun is the token of a new era in agriculture. If we follow in the leadership of our president, we shall be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. Madam President, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Madam Vice President. The Secretary will call the roll of members.
There are 7 members and numerous guests present, Madam President.
Thank you. FFA members, why are we here?
To practice brotherhood, honor agricultural opportunities and responsibilities, and develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess.
May we accomplish our purposes. I now declare this meeting of the Eldon FFA chapter duly open for the transaction of business or attention to any matters which may properly be presented.
Madam President,
Gracie.
I move that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture. Is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Gracie.
I made this main motion before the assembly today because one of the main things in our chapter that we like to promote is career success. So by having this career display, we can show just how many careers that agriculture really does give us to do. And it'll just show people how much success you can have in agriculture. And it doesn't end right after high school. So I urge the assembly to vote yes on this motion.
Madam President.
Christian.
I'm in favor of this motion. There are hundreds of careers in agriculture, and non-traditional agriculture students like myself may not be aware of all these careers. And this display would open their eyes to the world of agriculture and could push them into a career that they would prosper in the agriculture industry. So I ask for the assembly to vote yes on this motion.
Madam President.
Aaron.
I rise in favor of this motion. As a green hand and even an 8th grader, I didn't know what I wanted to do as a career, let alone if it was going to be agriculture. Since I've joined the FFA, I've been open to other career ideas in agriculture. And this display at our school, I think, would help green hands coming in have a better idea of what careers they have options to. This motion needs to pass.
Madam President.
Hallie.
Madam President, I'm highly against this main motion. The major details are not stated in the motion. For example, there's no time or place in which it'll be held at. It's just not enough information, and the motion needs to fail.
Madam President.
Micaiah.
I am also highly opposed to this main motion. I know that we had at least 30 members of our FFA FFA chapter and senior graduating class going into an agriculture-related field this year. Even though that's not a vast amount of numbers, it is a large amount. So we need to fail this motion.
Madam President,
Bethany.
I rise in favor of this motion. I know myself, I don't know what kind of career path I want to go into, and if we had this, it could sway a lot of people's opinions on to go into the agricultural field, which would be great for our chapter. So I urge the Assembly to pass this motion.
Madam President,
Hallie.
I move that we amend the main motion by adding the words on December 15th. So if passed, the motion will read that our chapter set up the display at our school promoting careers in agriculture on December 15th.
Second. It has been moved and seconded that we will amend this main motion by adding the words on December 15th, so that if passed, it will state that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture on December 15th. Is there any discussion?
Madam President.
Makaya.
Point of order. State your point. The member who made the motion has first priority to speak.
The chair stands corrected. Hallie, you do have first priority to speak.
Thank you, Madam President. The reason I amended this main motion because yes, I do think it's a great motion and it's a great idea and opportunity for our chapter. If we set a date, it'll only make it more tangible and able to actually promote and have a general idea of when we'll host it. December 15th is a great time. Nationals is over and our contest for getting ready for state have not started yet. It's a great time to have a little bit of free time to actually work in this this display promoting careers in agriculture. I don't see a problem in not amending this main motion.
Madam President,
Aaron.
I rise in favor of this amendment. If we put a display board up on December 15th, that would give enough time for the seniors who are applying to college, or maybe the juniors that are thinking to apply to college, have an idea what they want their major to be in, and maybe agriculture will be an option in that case. This amendment needs to pass.
Madam President,
Grace.
I'm just against this main motion. By doing it December 15th, that is just right when school is busiest, especially for myself. I know that finals are that week, and it's just so much stress. And so having to put on this display, I know it would just take up too much time, and our students don't need to be focused on that when finals are coming up. So I urge Assembly to fail this amendment.
Madam President,
Christian.
I'm in favor of this amendment. The date of December 15th is right before Christmas break. Students can learn all about all these careers and then go home to their family at Christmas break and discuss this. And this would be a great time for them to share with their family what they have learned through this activity. So I ask the Assembly to pass this amendment.
Is there any further discussion? We shall now take a vote on this amendment. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Division has been called. We shall now revote by standing. All those in favor of amending this main motion, please rise. Thank you. Opposed, same sign. Thank you. With the vote being 4-4 and 2 against, amendment passes. We are now back on the amended main motion that our chapter set up a display at our school promoting careers in agriculture on December 15th. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Makaya.
I move that we postpone this main motion indefinitely.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded that we will postpone this main motion indefinitely. Is there any discussion?
Madam President,
Makaya.
I am for postponing this motion. We don't even know where we're going to put this display. Is it going to be an electronic display, or is it just going to be a poster board display? And who is going to make this? We just do not have the time nor the resources to get this done. This postponement needs to pass.
Madam President,
Bethany.
I rise in opposition to this postponement. We just amended the motion, so obviously people want to talk about it more and get this motion worked out. So this postponement needs to fail.
Is there any further discussion? We shall now take a vote on this postponement. All those in favor of postponing this main motion indefinitely, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no.
No.
Motion fails. We are now back on the main motion. Is there any further discussion?
Madam President,
Gracie.
I would like to remind the Assembly one last time that I am for this main motion. Yes, I was against the amendment, but even doing it at this date is still going to be beneficial to our chapter, and it's still going to be beneficial to not only to the kids in FFA, but for the kids that aren't involved in FFA in our school. So I urge the Assembly to pass this motion.
Madam President,
Aaron.
I still remain in favor of this motion. I can personally talk to our advisors and figure out how we're going to make this display case work and who all is going to make it. And this motion would just be very easy to work out all the details for, and there's no reason to fail this motion. This motion needs to pass. Madam President, please. Now that this main motion is submitted, I am each supported each. Now that we make it a date, we can be. We can achieve the best, and we can find the best that it can be. As a trade, I know that we have our money to create this display right in our school, promoting agriculture. I do not see why this motion should pass.
Madam President, I am for this main motion after hearing some of the members' point that are around goal for 15 and begin looking at the end of the semester, and we begin talking about more clean years. It would be really amazing if they could see more students should go into an agriculture-related field in the semester. This needs to pass now.
Madam President, this
Christian.
is a great rain in support of active motion. This is everything in a different entity, not similar to anything our chapter done before. We could have a luxury of our presenter who have went in the agriculture industry job, come and you have their just present there's a lot in there. What they this would be not greatly is their last we can do with this I think for chapter. So the assembly's on this question.
One last, Madam President, I'm still waiting. I'd like to, and the assembly talk time that I remember for this movie were, I know the agriculture to a lot of, but they weren't that they all about interested in, and so this field break time, sure, all them careers on what would be a perfect to get them there are an educated field, but the assembly option motion, the agriculture.
Is there any
Desire
discussion?
passes.
Are you question? Further discussion? The question that are trying for the setup of this at our school is voting career after agriculture play on December pool. Here's an in favor. Say aye.
Aye.
All those no. Please motion carries. Madam Secretary, do you have care of any further business which should be redacted?
I have none, Madam President.
Does any member of any new or unfinished business properly come to the meeting or we have to adjourn before the meeting of the LFA chapter. As we speak with others, let us be diligent and labor just and are dealing diligent, courteous for everyone, above all, honest and fair in the game of and fellow members and guests that join me and salute to our fellow
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I now declare this meeting adjourned. We are now open for questions.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Missouri, on making the finals. We will now have a question round. Each of you will have one question. You cannot assist each other as team members. You can ask for the question to be repeated for clarity, if you would like. We will begin with Mr. Advisor.
Yes, sir.
Assume you're presiding at a regular FFA chapter meeting. A parliamentary inquiry is pending. A member moves to amend the parliamentary inquiry, and the amendment is seconded. What action will you take?
Can you please repeat the question?
You're presiding at a chapter meeting. Somebody makes parliamentary inquiry. Somebody else stands up to amend the parliamentary inquiry, and that amendment is seconded. What action do you take as chairman?
As chairman, I would roll the amendment out of order because parliamentary inquiry is not amended.
Thank you. Madam Secretary.
Yes, sir.
Robert's Rules of Order newly revised lists 8 standard descriptive characteristics or rules for motions. One rule is the subsidiary motion to amend requires a second. What are the rules for the subsidiary motion to amend relating to amending?
Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Robert's Rules of Order newly revised lists 8 standard descriptive characteristics or rules for motions. One rule is that the subsidiary motion to amend requires a second. What are the rules for the subsidiary motion to amend relating to amending?
The rules for an amendment relating to an amendment is that it can be amended. That would result in a secondary amendment.
Okay. And the second part of the question, the vote required for its adoption.
The vote required for its adoption is still the majority vote. Thank you.
Madam Reporter,
Yes, sir.
which FFA officer assists the president in maintaining order at a meeting?
The Sentinel assists the president in maintaining order at a meeting.
What duty does the Sentinel have in regarding guests and visitors who are attending an FFA meeting?
The Sentinel must greet all guests when attending a meeting.
Thank you.
Madam Treasurer,
Yes, sir.
Robert's Rules of Order newly revised lists 3 essential steps to making a main motion. 3 essential steps by which a main motion is brought before the Assembly. The first step is when a member makes a motion. Please name the next 2 steps.
The next 2 steps can include, it needs to be seconded, and then it needs to be debated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Secretary,
Yes, sir.
assume you are attending a regular FFA chapter meeting and a point of order is pending. Name one amendable privilege motion that the point of order yields to.
Can you restate the question?
Sure. Assume you are attending a regular FFA chapter meeting and a point of order is pending. Name one amendable privilege motion that the point of order yields to.
Point of order would yield to the privilege motion to raise a question of privilege.
Name one unamendable privilege motion that the point of order yields to.
Can you repeat that too?
Assume you are attending a regular FFA chapter meeting and a point of order is pending. Name one unamendable privilege motion that the point of order yields to.
One unamendable privilege motion that the point of order would yield to would also be to raise a question of privilege.
Madam Vice President,
Yes, sir.
name 2 debatable subsidiary motions that take precedence over the motion to postpone indefinitely.
2 debatable subsidiary motions that take precedence over the motion postpone indefinitely are commit or refer and amend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam President,
Yes, sir.
2-part question. First part. What happens to the motion postponed indefinitely if it is pending when a main motion is referred to a committee? Sure. What happens to the motion postponed indefinitely if it is pending when a main motion is referred to a committee? The motion postponed indefinitely. What happens to it if it is pending when a main motion is referred to a committee?
If postponement is maybe pending to a main motion that is referred to a committee, the postponement if the postponement does pass, when the motion will die and it should not be brought back up. But if it doesn't, then the main motion will go to the committee. Passed. Committee is
Second.
yes.
Take part. If a chair called a small special meeting does not want to be held meeting, how can one be? If a small committee does not the chairman to call a special meeting, does not want to be held a meeting, how can one
The chair wants a meeting be held and it is not by a meeting. The member chair, assembly, and holding override decision of the taken the chair. And someone together.
give a round?